Okay, so first effect, that is the channel length modulation. That is the another one effect is that the body effect. Okay, drain punch through, then hot electrons, sub-threshold region. All these are the second order effects which are occurs because of the when the uh, scale down the size of the transistors, like as the MOS transistor, right? All these second order effects already we have discussed. Now in today's session we'll understand that is the pass transistor. Yes. Am I audible to all? Na? Yes. Okay. Okay. Now we'll understand that is the pass transistors. Pass transistors are very important in the VLSI chip. Please mute your sound, please. Okay. So in the pass transistors, NMOS pass transistors, okay, and the PMOS pass transistors. So here, please mute your sound. Okay, now in the NMOS pass transistors, that is when we are applying input signal, please mute sound. Please mute sound. I am requesting to the all the attendees, please mute your sound. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, in the pass transistors, the first type is that the NMOS pass transistor, and here we'll understand the working of the NMOS pass transistor with the circuit diagram. So with this circuit diagram, uh, hello. सर लेक्चर चालू में बताता बात है. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. That is in the first case, that is the NMOS pass transistors. So where is C load, that is the load capacitor is connected at the output side, and this is the type of the NMOS transistor. Now here I am applying the input signal, and here the input signal is when we have to operate this NMOS transistor as the on switch, off switch by applying the input signal to the gate terminal. So here in the first case, when we are applying the input as a VDD, so and at the same time, if you are applying the VDD to the gate terminal of the NMOS transistors, uh, this capacitor, load capacitor is initially discharged. It becomes at the output terminals, the voltage is available, that is the VDD minus VTR, that is the threshold voltage of the N-type transistor. Second case is that the Vin is equal to VSS, and same, that is the for the input terminal, the VDD is there. Okay, so here now the input signal is the Vin, so the output will be the VSS. This is the working of the NMOS transistor, and in the second type of the transistor is the PMOS pass transistors. Okay, so the PMOS pass transistors, if Vin is equal to VDD. Okay, that is the first case. Okay, here now I am considering Vin is the VSS, and at the gate terminal of the PMOS transistors. Okay, you can identify the PMOS transistor by the bubble. Okay, so at the gate terminal of the PMOS transistor, I am applying the VSS. VSS, it means the zero potential. Okay, and at the input of this circuit, I am applying the VDD. Oh, so according this input signal to the circuit, output will show the VDD. Why? Because for the PMOS transistor, when I'm applying the 0, it will go into the on state. It will go into the on state and the output will. Now here we'll understand the few circuits with the pass transistor. If I use the pass transistor, n number of the pass transistors. So here, in the first case, uh, uh, only one transistor is there, and the symbol is the NMOS. Okay. So here I'm applying the input is the VDD and applying the input signal to the gate terminal is the VDD. So output should be the VDD minus VTR. If the N transistor in series, okay, so according that, suppose the input is the VDD and uh, for the MOS transistor, apply the gate signal is also the VDD. VDD we are considering that is the 1 volt. When we are applying 1 volt to the input at gate terminal of the MOS transistor, it will go into the on state. So it becomes at the output terminal, it will be the appear as the VDD minus VTN. So if you have connected all the transistor in series, so according that we will get the output. Okay. So these are the circuits. According we will implement the CMOS logic. Okay. So now next is that is the now next is by combine transmission gate. Now transmission gate is used in the VLSI circuit. It is the combination of the NMOS and PMOS transistors. Okay. When we have to construct the transmission gate, we have to use the two types of the transistor. That is the combination of the PMOS and NMOS. Okay. So why we have to use or in the VLSI circuits, most commonly refer only the transmission gate. When we have to implement the CMOS logic, prefer the only transmission gate. Okay, in place of the pass transistor, that is the PMOS or the NMOS. Already we have understand with the circuit diagram. Right? So with the transmission gate, that is the combination of NMOS and PMOS, it becomes this signal will get in the form of the strong 0 and strong 1. That is only with the NMOS pass transistor, the NMOS transistor, NMOS type of the transistor, it will provide the strong 0. It will support to the only strong 0 and the 1, that is the degraded 1. Okay. And in the PMOS case, it provides the strong 1 and degraded 0. Okay, so that's why the combination of the NMOS and PMOS, we can construct a transmission gate, and with this transmission gate, we can implement the different types of the CMOS logic circuits. Okay, so here you can understand this is the symbol of the transmission gate. Okay, so suppose here this is the NMOS. Okay, this is the NMOS type of the transistor, and this is the PMOS of the type transistor. We have combined here. Okay, by after combining of these two transistor, uh, here it can construct a transmission gate, and this is the symbol for the transmission gate. So here you can apply the input signal at the gate terminal of the NMOS, and here we can apply the input signal to the gate terminal of the PMOS. Okay, and here this is the input, and at this terminal we will get the output. That output is connected to the load capacitance. Okay, so when suppose whenever we have to implement any digital circuit, like as a multiplexer, any memory circuits or the counter circuit, shift register, any digital circuit, if you have to implement, we can use or we can implement that circuit with the CMOS logic, and that times we prefer the transmission gate in place of the pass transistor, because with the pass transistor there is a few limitations. So that's why always we prefer the transmission gate, because transmission gate is pass the strong zero as well the strong 1 signal. Okay, but with the pass transistor, this is the limitation. That is, with the NMOS case, it's only passes the strong 0, and the 1 is the degraded 1. Okay, and in the PMOS case, it does support to the strong 1 signal and degraded the 0. So That's why here we have used the most time used the or the generally use the only transmission gate. Okay. Next is that is the VLSI design flow. Okay. So in the VLSI design flow, okay. Anyone will please take the snapshot. Yes, we will take it snapshot. Please take the snapshot. Yes. Am I audible to all? Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, who will take the snapshot? Yes, who will take the snapshot?
I will take, sir.
What is your name?
Gayatri Bhangre.
Gayatri. Okay, Gayatri, please take snapshot of the all the attendees. Okay, now all of you please listen. This is the VLSI design flow, system design cycle of VLSI chip. This is the cycle. So through this cycle, we can manufacture the VLSI complete chip. Okay. So these are the steps. These steps are very important. Through these all the steps, we can cover the all the contents of our syllabus, and also in the VLSI platform. Whenever you have to manufacture or when you have to understand how to manufacture the VLSI chip, so all these steps are very necessary. Through these all the steps, will possible to manufacture the VLSI chip. Okay. So the first step is that the system specification. In the first step of any design process is to set the uh, specification, system specification of the system. System specification is a high level representation of the system. The factors to be considered in this process are performance, functionality, and physical dimension. Okay, physical dimension, it means that is the size of the chip. Okay, the fabrication technology and design techniques are also considered. Okay, the specification of a system is a compromise between market requirements, technology, and economical viability. Okay, so always whenever we have to design the any process, so first step is always the that is the system specification. So what are the what is the your product? Suppose if you have to manufacture a particular chip for the performing any particular functionality of that circuit. Suppose you are implementing the 4-bit full adder circuit. So according the what is the whenever if you have to implement the 4-bit full adder circuit, so what are the components? What are the input output? According all these, you have to decide collect the all the system specification. Okay. uh, next is next step, or the we can say the second step, that is the architectural design. So in the architectural design, the basic architecture of the system is designed in this step. The architectural design of the VLSI circuit begins with the development of idea of a main module that will be followed by the definition of the module in terms of input, output, and a description of the specific function. Okay. So this also includes number of values, floating point units, number and structure of pipelines. Okay. So in the basic architecture, we can decide. Yeah, always begins with the development of the idea of the main module that will be followed by the in terms of the input, output, and description of the specific function. Okay. Uh, in the fundamental of HDL subject, already we have covered the few architectures. That is the yes. What are the architecture already we have covered? Yes. Structural, behavioral, data flow architectural. these are the methodologies already we have uh, understand with the fundamental of HDL. Next is the functional design. Okay, in the functional design, main functional units of the systems are identified. These also identify the interconnect requirements between the units, that is the area, power, and other parameters of each unit are estimated, and functional aspects of the system. Okay, uh, that is the in the functional design is usually a timing diagram. Okay, it leads to improvement of the overall design process and reduction of the complexity of the system. Okay. So next step is logic design. Okay. In the logic design, uh, RTL is used in the logic design. That is the RTL is the register transfer level. Okay, and RTL is expressed in that is the hardware description language. That is the HDL. Okay, and already then we have covered the two types of the hardware description language. That is VHDL and Vary. Right. So in the logic design, it means we have covered the part of the uh, uh, hardware description language. That languages are comes under the steps of the VLSI chip. That is the logic design. So next is that circuit design. The after the logic design, next step is that the circuit design. In the circuit design, the purpose of the circuit design is to develop a circuit representation based on the logic design. Okay. So what is the logic of that chip, or the what is the logic of that product? So according that you have to develop a circuit. Okay. The Boolean expression are converted into a circuit representation by taking into consideration the speed and power requirement of the original design. Okay, and here in the circuit design, circuit simulation is used to verify the correctness and timing of each component. So this is the purpose of the circuit design. Yes, what is the purpose of the circuit design? The purpose of the circuit design is to develop a circuit representation based on the logic design. In the logic design, always we know that the output equation is available or is present or it shows in the form of the Boolean expression, right? So the Boolean expression are converted into a circuit representation by taking into consideration the speed and power requirement of the original design.
काय नाही येतं का डोळ्याला हा ना
Okay, next step is the physical design. Okay, after the circuit design, next step is the physical design. In this step, the netlist converted into a geometric representation. That is actual we have to design. Yes, am I audible to all? Yes, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next stage is that the physical design. Okay, in the physical design, actually we have to prepare a actual layout of the circuit, right? And whenever we have to prepare a layout of the any circuit, so we have to use a software, one of the software, that is the microbit. With our practical session also, we will refer the software is the microbit. With the microbit software, we can prepare a layout for the any CMOS circuits, and this is the physical design. It's called as a physical design. Okay, so in the physical design, the netlist. Okay, netlist is converted into a geometric representation. Okay, and the geometric representation of circuit is called a layout. Okay, So layout is created by converting each logic component, that is the components is that the cells, uh, macros, gates, transistors. All these are the logic components. That logic components is converting into a geometric representation. Okay, it's called as a layout. Okay, and which performs the intended logic function of the corresponding component. So this is the physical design. Okay, next is the fabrication. Okay. After completing all these stages, that is the system specification, architectural design, functional design, logic design, circuit design, and physical design, all these are related to the design, and these are the design. So after every step, after the every steps of the VLSI chip, the design cycle of the VLSI chip, we have to verify these steps by the its verifying tools. Like it may be the simulation tools. Suppose this is the functional design is there, so this functional will be verified with the functional tools. Logic design also verify, circuit design, physical design. All these design steps should be the verified by its specific tools. It may be the simulation tool. Okay, after completing all the verification of all the designing steps, then last stage is that the fabrication. Okay, so in the fabrication is after the physical design. It means in the physical design we have prepared the layout. We are getting the your product in the form of the layout. Okay, after layout and verification is layout and its verification by the particular simulation tool. Okay, so the design is ready for fabrication. Okay. So layout data is typically sent to fabrication on a tape. The event of release of data is called a tape out. Okay. So this layout data is converted into a photolithographic mask. Okay. So all these are the fabrication steps, uh, uh, which are the that is the you can manufacture a chip by this after the layout. Once your layout is prepared, after the verified tools, by use the verified tools, the design is ready for the. Okay, is the audible, na?